Pulled down and skated back in by Rockford, and Garrett Ross with a shot on goal. A save by Kanata, and then he for Deneau. Pumps and waits. Goal line, McNeil from a tough angle. Kanata from the outside with a wrist shot save. Ronta rebounds there, and what a club. Ronta out of his goal. Coughed it up. Empty net. Score! Darren Archibald will take the gift from Antti Ronta. And Archibald gets in behind the defense. Archibald scores! Darren Archibald scores for the second time tonight. Comets circle. O'Reilly, goal line, right in front. Conacher, right on. Blocker save. Rebound, score! And now the puck worked into the Comets zone. Wraparound attempt, Kanata the save as he swims on his back. They score! O'Reilly on the ice now. Shinkarik steals it. He's alone in front. 2-on-0. Score! Hunter Shinkarik. Backhand upstairs. Comets back up by 3. Comets win the draw, but they can't get it clear. Tipped in front, they score. Spencer Abbott directs it over the glove hand of Joe Kanata. And it's Huskins to play it around. Bearchi can't get it out. Hartman to the front, tipped on goal, and a save from Kanata as mashing.
Travis, 7 in a row now. How big was this particular game?
Well, this was a big game. It was a good challenge. They've got a really good hockey team. I thought they came out early and challenged us in a way that we hadn't been challenged in a little while, and I thought we bent. We didn't break early, and it was kind of like a playoff game.
Bending and not breaking. How much did Joe have to do?
He was good. He was good. Really good. It was a great game by Joe. They throw a lot of pucks at the net. This team, they shoot from all over the place, so the shots weren't quite indicative to how the game was being played. Scoring chances were almost even, and but they spent some good time in our zone in that first period, and I thought we were real good from the 10-minute mark of that period and the second period, and even the third period. I thought we were fine.
What do you attribute the offensive outburst of the last 7 games?
I don't think there's not one thing, but I think our team's feeling good. I think some players are developing and feeling confident. Grenier and Shinkarik are playing well right now. They're playing good games. Obviously, Conacher and Barchi give us 2 more players that create. And Acton got hurt, and Zaleski's stepped into his role and played really well. And that's part of a season at this level is guys developing and becoming better players, and guys taking advantage of opportunity.
Travis, last night Hamilton played. He didn't today. What's any kind of schedule for him to ease back?
You know what? It was one of those cases where it's not an easy choice for me who to pull out of our lineup right now. And at the end of the day, I thought he played really well last night. Didn't deserve to come out of the lineup by any means, but I just thought, you know what? If I'm going to bring him out of the lineup, tonight's a good night. He hadn't played in almost 3 months. His neck was a little sore just from normal wear and tear in a hockey game, and I just didn't think I needed to play him back-to-back games.
The other thing about the goals, I think this is like maybe the 6th straight game you scored 4 goals. 5 or 6, I mean, it's a really odd thing. But Shinkarik's goal, how big was that goal?
It's a big goal. They talk about 2-goal leads. With a 2-goal lead that if you get one near the end with under 5 minutes, that it's going to be a little helter-skelter down the stretch. to get a 3-goal lead was nice.
Coach, they say in baseball that momentum is the next day's pitcher. In hockey, you hear different things. Some people say it's the next day's goaltender or hot goaltender. Sometimes they say it's just the turn of the page. What to you is momentum in hockey?
I think it all comes down to how you play. For us, it's, when we manage the puck well and we're skating, we tend to gain momentum. And, I know with skilled players, sometimes you want results and goals early in the games, and it's the process of the game that creates chances later in the game. And it's that speed, it's that wearing teams down, it's not turning pucks over and committing to playing the right way. And then all of a sudden you find that, after a period, after half a game, all of a sudden things start to open up.
You make this Shakira for a minute. He scored a goal in 4 straight games. I think he has 5 in his last 7. Say he's playing better, whatever. Anything specifically that you see?
I don't think it's, he didn't just wake up one day and become a better player. I think he's, like a lot of young guys, confidence is a big thing. I think he is getting stronger as the year's progressing. These guys do a lot of work in the weight room, and as a young 19-year-old that started in the league this year, he's probably got more room to grow than strength-wise than a 25, 28-year-old that's already, he's a man. So that's part of his development, and the rest of his development is going to continue to be, as he becomes stronger, he's going to become a better player, and I think that's a big part of it, and learning how to play in the little hard areas of the rink that a lot of junior players struggle with.
The Comets are definitely getting stronger as the season's gone on. Talk to us a little bit about the ability of this team to maintain the excellence they've had all season, despite all the bumps in the road.
Well, I think we had some bumps. I think we talked to our team probably, I don't know how long ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago about our game. We'd kind of been plugging along, playing a good game, playing an average game. Not really playing bad hockey, but I think as a group they realized that, hey, we've got an extra 10% to go, and you got to ramp it up. At this time of year, you got to ramp it up. And at the trade deadline when we added 2 players, it was probably a good time. It gave us a little bit of shot, and I think it puts a little bit of pressure on everyone that they have to play well right now. You want internal competition, and you also want your team to gear up when it matters. And the playoffs are going to be hard. We haven't made it yet. Hopefully we do. But games like this are going to be every night, and you got to be ready to win puck battles. You got to be ready to compete, and that's when we're on top of our game. We're hard to play against with our compete, and we're hard on the puck.
Do you think that sometimes divisional rivals give us a slightly tougher time because they know the Comets so well, and that the teams from the other divisions come in aren't quite as familiar with us, aren't used to?
No, I don't think so. At this time of year, it's rare that you get a team that you sit there and look at and say, hey, we should definitely beat this team. I don't know if there's not many teams in the league nowadays that are real favorites going into the game. And even when you look at the standings, from the first place team to most times the 10, 11, you can't look and say, there's a matchup that you would want in the playoffs. It's a battle every night. I don't see a big difference when we play a 3rd, 4th place team to a 9, 10. The games are hard.
Joe, coming back last week, big game in Syracuse. Today here, the home crowds, like a playoff atmosphere. Did you think a month or so ago you're in California? Does this seem a little surreal to you right now?
Yeah, it's been a different year for sure. I think goalies, it's a weird thing. Anything can happen. I've just been waiting all year to get another chance to play, and you got to play well because it's a playoff push here at the end.
Talk to us a little bit about what you thought the defining moment of tonight's game was.
Well, getting the first goal is huge. In those type of games, you want to play with the lead. You don't want to trail. So I think we did a good job just kind of sticking with it. And I think we had a little bit of a slow start, but we stuck with it, and some timely goals there, especially early on in the second to get a big lead. So.
That's definitely a playoff team that we faced tonight. Very solid, top to bottom. Talk to us a little bit about how the Comets were able to neutralize the IceHogs offense.
Well, for the most part, we kept their skill to the outside. I don't think they got too many grade A chances. But we have a pretty solid team ourselves, and I think, again, that second period was huge, getting a lead, and it's so much better playing with a lead than it is trailing, so it's good.
Now, you come back here, it's almost deja vu like last year, you and Yoki. Some places might have a little difficulty. Somebody wants to be the starter every day, you know. How's things working? I mean, it seems to work so well from the outside looking in with you guys, you know, switching each game.
Yeah, I mean, as a goalie, you want to be the one in the net, but you can only control so much. I mean, I think for both of us, it's just being ready when our name's called and helping this team get to where we want to be. So.
Hunter, walk us through your goal frame by frame and break it down for us as you saw it happen.
I just tried to force the D-man behind the net, and I was kind of lucky enough. He just kind of bobbled the puck, and it landed right on my stick. And the guys were giving me some heat in the room. I guess Cal was with me on a 2-on-0. I didn't know that, and I just went backhand. But I should have given it to the captain. But no, I'm lucky it worked out.
Man, I never even saw him. I looked up at Henning behind me, and I went, he went, Mamma mia, holy moly. But listen, that was a great goal, but you have 4-4 games now. You have 5 in the last 7, I think. Has something changed for you?
Yeah, I think just, you know, my confidence. I'm lucky enough. I'm playing with 2 great players, and Cal and Grenz, and you know, they're really doing a lot of the work for me. So, you know, I've been getting, I guess, lucky, but I'm playing with 2 great players, and you know, they have kind of everything to do with it.
When I asked Travis, he said, I think earlier in the year he had said, and maybe he didn't tell you, he probably did, but he told me, well, he's got to get a little stronger. He thinks you are stronger than you were earlier in the year. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. You know, obviously we do a lot of workouts and stuff, so I don't know, maybe I'm getting stronger, but I think that, you know, it's just I'm getting more confidence. You know, we have a great team here, and they've helped me a lot this year, just, you know, learning the pro style of game, and, you know, I'm lucky enough that I'm starting to play a little bit better and contributing, so it's good.
Really tough team on the other side tonight. They had speed, skill, and size. What was the key to being able to neutralize their attack that's been so good all season against everybody else?
Yeah, I think just every line playing really well. You know, I guess everyone kind of says it, but our fourth, you know, all 4 lines played really well. We played strong, and we have a really quick team in here. And, you know, we're playing with a lot of confidence, and it's been fun. So, you know, we're just trying to keep going. You know, this is the funnest stretch of the year right now. So, you know, we're just enjoying ourselves, and, you know, lucky enough for getting these wins.
One last question. What happened to the salad? You had the long flowing blonde locks, and you cut them come playoff time almost?
Yeah, well, I cut them. They're kind of growing right now. I'll probably grow them out a little bit. I'm trying to get a head start on my beard, too. So it's been about 2 months. I can't shave it now or else I won't have anything.
Yeah,
so,
right on,
yeah.
Right on. Darren, seven wins in a row. What's the team doing right? What's happening here?
You know, we got 20 guys every night that are on the same page, you know, giving it their all out there. You know, we're really stressing that it's like a playoff game every night out there this time of year. And, you know, I think we're just doing the little things right, and, you know, it's paying off for us.
What do you think was the defining moment of tonight's game?
It's tough to say. You know, it was a battle out there. That was a great game. You know, they're a great team. I thought, you know, our guys worked real hard. You know, we got on the score sheet early. Joe was in net, absolutely stood on his head for us. It was just a hard-fought battle, you know, top to bottom.
Walk us through your 2 goals, frame by frame, break them down for all the fans didn't have a chance to see the plays that happened.
The first one, DeFazio and I were kind of just getting on the forecheck. Their goalie turned it over, and then Foz got it and then ended up getting tripped by the goalie, and I was coming in right behind him and kind of fired it in the open net. And then the second one, start the second there, it was a great pass from Clendenning up the middle of the ice, splitting the D. Just breakaway, just put it over the goalie's shoulder.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, that was Clendenning that broke you loose, right? You had to burst, you had to get through those 2 defensemen as well.
It really seemed like you had the momentum. I mean, last week Syracuse, a big win there. You come back home after seeming a long time. You're doing well here. You got another game here on Wednesday. Timing seems to be everything. Coming home now, and does that make a difference, or when you get out there, you're just in a zone? And
yeah, you know, the boys have been rolling right now. You know, every night it's been a battle. We've been finding ways to win, even when we haven't been our best. I think that's one thing we've been great at all year is, you know, finding a way to win. Good teams do that. You know, when the going gets tough. Hopefully, like, it's a good time for us to get hot right now, going into the playoffs. And just hopefully we can just keep rolling.
There's been an offensive outburst of late, 4 goals a game, 7 consecutive games now. What has been the key to this, you know, excess outburst of offense in this team?
We really stress on getting in on the forecheck. You know, that's a big part of our game, pressuring their D into turnovers, and kind of just being relentless with 4 lines, you know, rolling through one shift after another, wearing teams down. And, you know, when you're going to turn pucks over, you're going to have lucky bounces and they're going to go in for you. And, you know, the boys have been finding the back of the net lately, and, you know, it's a great time to get hot, like I said.